when she said it was normal to spend time with male friends. Her voice held the calm certainty of someone reciting a mantra she'd repeated countless times. She spoke as though it were an unshakable truth, a universal rule of modern relationships. I smiled, nodded, and pretended to agree, though a quiet unease began to stir beneath the surface. There was something deliberate in the way she stressed normal, as if that rule applied only to her. Her words lingered long after our conversation ended. If fairness truly guided her, shouldn't the same standard apply to both of us? The next day, I decided to find out. I reached out to an old colleague, someone I had worked closely with and still respected. We arranged a simple coffee meetup. No hidden motives, no agendas, just two friends catching up. When I told my wife, she responded with little more than a curt acknowledgement. I gave her the name and reassured her it was entirely innocent. Her reply was short, brittle. Okay, one word, yet carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken accusations. The coffee meeting was exactly as promised, friendly, nostalgic, harmless. But her word normal echoed in my mind. Was it truly normal? Or had she twisted the meaning to justify her own intentions? Back home, I began to notice subtle changes. Her phone was always close. Her laughter became increasingly private. Late nights became routine. Conversations felt shallow. Warmth seemed rehearsed. The distance between us stretched silently, like a tear forming in fabric. I didn't argue. I didn't confront. I simply observed and documented. Messages that didn't align. Calls that contradicted her stories. Fragments of truth scattered across the digital noise of her life. Piece by piece, I built a quiet archive, a record of what she likely hoped I'd never discover. When I finally confronted her, I expected anger or denial. Instead, she became defensive, polished, almost theatrical. She painted me as jealous, controlling, paranoid, misunderstood, lonely, desperate for connection. I let her speak, let her cling to her illusion of power. Then I closed the folder in front of me, the one holding every piece of evidence, and said nothing more. That night, I made a decision. I wouldn't yell. I wouldn't threaten. I would simply let the truth speak for itself. I invited a few close friends to dinner, people who knew both of us well, those who often praised her dedication and loyalty. The pretense was simple, a small gathering to celebrate a promotion that didn't exist. Dinner was pleasant, even warm. She laughed easily, unaware of what was coming. When the plates were cleared, I asked everyone to stay for a short toast. I stood, voice calm, expression steady, and opened my phone. With careful precision, I recounted the timeline, messages, excuses, the night she stayed late at work. I didn't embellish. I didn't raise my voice. I simply let the truth unfold. The atmosphere shifted. Faces went pale with understanding. Her mask began to crack under the weight of silence. First came anger, then tears, then a hollow quiet that filled the room. Even the colleague she had insisted was innocent couldn't meet anyone's eyes. Her word normal, her shield, her justification, had become her undoing. She tried to rewrite the story, reshape reality, but truth is unbendable. The damage wasn't done by me. It was done by the reality she had dared me to uncover. She moved out soon after. The apartment felt colder, emptier, yet somehow cleaner. The air no longer hummed with pretense. I deleted the files, archived the memories, and moved forward with a lesson learned. Revenge isn't about destroying someone. It's about restoring balance. Truth, once revealed in full light, carries its own justice. And sometimes, the quietest revenge is simply letting reality speak louder than lies ever could.